No, because I'm not going to be Bird. Bird the one with the long hair.
Like that,
and his bald head.
Is what?
What's the lady, the Waltons, when they're sitting together?
The Waltons.
I forgot her name.
What do they do?
The white lady?
Yeah.
Really? The little skinny, tiny white lady? The puny white lady?
Person.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRBmedia, the voice of the community. I am Dr. Bizness.
And locked and loaded and ready to fire is your Lady Guns right here. That's greatness under no stipulation.
Family, we're so glad that you have tuned into this, another Profit and Growth segment, where we're always looking to give you something for your head, something for your heart, and something for your hands to do. Why? Because we are an intelligent people, so we want to make sure that we get the right information to you so that you can make the right decisions. But then we also want you to feel some things, emote some things, be passionate about some things, because that's what's going to get you up in the morning. But then there's some do's that you have to do. Do's you have to do. Some takeaways you got to do. Some homework assignments. Your things to do list needs to be robust, but you need to knock it down each and every day as you continue to walk towards your destiny. Guns, you hanging in there today?
I am. I want all of our listeners, when you make your list of things to do, make sure that you're not creating confetti. I was talking to a couple of clients this week about confetti, and that's how I describe when you have a whole lot going on, but you're not finishing anything. And it's all good stuff. It's all colorful. It's all possibly part of the vision, but maybe not necessarily in the order in which it needs to be. I had someone tell me, I think I need to make some business cards. And I was like, okay, cool. So what do you want on them? I said, do you have a business phone number? Not yet. Got a business email? Not yet. Do you have your logo? What you putting on your business card? Your name? She
said, a picture.
She said, yes. She said my name, a picture, some colors, apparently.
And that is it.
Right.
We are great starters, but poor finishers.
Absolutely.
Bless the baby.
Absolutely.
There was a guy I had in my office earlier this week. I was like, so what do you do? He took a deep breath and said, what don't I do?
Right.
He started running down.
Right.
I fix lawnmowers. I do landscaping. I do roofing.
Right.
I do electrical. I do plumbing. I wash windows. I get gum off of the sidewalk. I'm a trash picker-upper. I deliver newspapers. I'm like...
Right.
And how does all of this tie into what you've been called to do?
Absolutely.
We spend so much time focusing on the wrong thing because we see it on social media. Ooh, this must be cool, so I'm going to do this. Or, ooh, the hair industry is a 50 gazillion billion dollar industry, so I'm going to get involved with it. But it's like, that don't mean you going to get any of it.
Right.
So just because an industry makes billions of dollars. Right. I don't know why people think that they're going to get a part of it.
But you know what? That's where I come in at with business coaching and helping, because you want to get into the hair business. However,
I'll be the brand ambassador. I'll be your brand ambassador for your new hairline. Now, they may come up with a hairline, for men or whatever, and
they have.
They have? Really?
I've seen spray-on hair and
that's true.
Faux locks, faux dreadlocks, and
men got wigs too, right?
Oh, yeah, toupee. Steve Harvey, I understand, that wasn't him.
That's right.
All those years.
Yes, his haircut or whatever, it was like perfect.
Yes.
That was a wig.
So
a man wig.
If you wanted to, it was a MIG.
A MIG.
It was a MIG. Women's were wigs, men were MIGs.
That's true, because W for women, M for men. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm on it. Okay. But if you wanted to get into the hair industry, I would definitely not recommend that you yourself, Dr. Bizness, go into a salon, but I would tell you that you would do better in the hair industry with real estate. getting a real estate is your background. It's something that you're familiar with. Well, create one of those Salon Central type places where you invest, get a building, and then the difference between your Salon Central is maybe you have classes incorporated, maybe you have something else. So I wouldn't deter you completely from it. I would just try my best to make
just
sure.
rent to those people who do it.
Right.
So I don't
So
have
you're
to
still
do it,
in it.
but I'm creating a platform. I'm creating a
Absolutely.
facility. I'm creating a space
Absolutely.
for them to be able to highlight and showcase their artistry in that which they do.
Absolutely. If an event planner came and said, you know what, I do event planning, but I think I want to do hair, I'm not going to steer them away from what they are a professional and an expert at, but say, hey, why don't you create a hair games or a hair event or something like that, and then market to others.
Or
So,
if they're looking to open up their own salon, get a salon space that's conducive to having events maybe in the back.
right.
And then you can have
Absolutely.
a game night and you can
Right.
rent it out
Right.
and for small parties and things of that nature.
Braid, wine, paint. I don't braid and I don't paint, but I do drink wine, so I'm not giving away an idea.
Sinner.
Braid, wine, paint. Communion. Come on. I'm Catholic. Ave Maria.
And you be drinking out the same cup as everybody else?
I go first.
What is that? It's called intention is the religious term for it?
Yeah, I go
intention,
first.
where you have the goblet and you pass the goblets along or whatever.
But then the Pope, he wipes the cup.
That wiping it with what? Unless it's wiped with Lysol. You still got germs. Lysol gets 99.9% of germs off.
That is why you sit on the first row.
Yeah, but that don't mean you first.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna give it to you first. I promise you. Now you may take it and drink it and
Exactly.
pass the doobie to the left hand side, but you ain't
From communion to a doobie.
It is a
Bless.
gateway.
We'll be in service. We're going to be in
is a
somebody's
gateway.
church, so don't worry about it.
You go from wine to tequila to weed to
No.
crack. See, it's a process.
Wow.
That's what people do.
That sounds like you watch a lot of television.
Yeah, and
Thank you for
the
answering
news and the news. You
The
see,
news has
yes.
never said.
And Dr. Phil, he be analyzing folk and saying, so
Again, on
why do you?
television.
And then they say, well, you know,
Again,
my mommy didn't hug me enough when I was a baby, and she didn't breastfeed me, so that's why I turned into an axe
Or
murderer.
she breastfed me till I was 13. And that would be
Yeah, now you're a rapist. You going around ripping out
Please
people's
don't.
breasts and sucking on them.
Don't
It
say
don't make no.
that.
That's what they do. If you breastfeed to 13,
How did
you
we
can't tell
get
me
here?
that you're not going to be addicted to
I
breast
don't
milk.
understand how we get to some of the places
Because
that we
it's
get on the show.
addictions. You know,
It's not the same.
sometimes you just start something and it feel good to you, so you got to
If
keep
you are a
doing
therapist, please dial
I'm just saying.
877-342-7770 and ask for Dr. Bizness.
That's
He
right.
needs some
it. No, I got all the answers. See, that's
All the wrong
No, that's what
ones.
people scared about, because I speak the truth in love, and they don't. What you laughing
It's
for?
your
And they
truth.
don't. Which is the only truth.
Well, oh,
You better ask somebody.
I'm not going to ask anybody because it may go down another rabbit hole that I am not interested in being a part of. and try to
Inquiring
eat my way
minds
out.
always want to know, and I always provide to my listeners the facts so that they can make educated decisions.
It's
Say
somewhere
no
in the Bible
to drugs.
that
Say no
talk
to
about
drugs.
being quiet. I'm going to need to find that.
For a woman, it don't say that for a man.
You need to urge.
Now,
I'm gonna need you to lead by example. Then show me what I'm supposed to do. Oh, that.
so
No way.
make sure that whatever we start, we finish. Stay committed to the process.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we get bored.
Absolutely.
And then we jump to something else.
Right. No,
But it's
not
a process.
even bored. What about those that get started, but you in your mind, I'm gonna do this and it's gonna pop off right quick. But when you realize that there's a process to baking a cake, it'll pop off right quick if you go to the store, buy it already made, cut, slice, and eat. But if you plan on baking
But that's going to cost
cake,
you money.
Right.
Of which they don't have. So that constitutes another problem.
But it's still going to cost them money if they're going to bake it themselves because they got to buy the
They
eggs.
think
and this,
that they
whatever.
can bake it and make it and get it without having to pay for it.
But this is
That's the problem that people have. They want it quick, fast, in a hurry. They want it cheap. They don't want to pay anything for it, which is why everybody monopolizes social media. Why? Because
Right.
it's free.
It's free.
It's free. It don't cost me anything. I can get my selfie on, get my likes up, get over 100 little finger ups or whatever and whatnot. And isn't that what that little thumb up thing when you press the?
It's a like.
Right. It's a finger up.
Finger up what?
Wherever you want to put your finger up. That ain't for me to decide. You work out your own soul salvation.
Keep your hands to yourself. I don't know where your thumb been. Let it go.
Like that game 7 Up. That's where it all started from.
What game 7 Up?
As a kid, you put your head down on the table and you have your thumb
I
up,
remember
and
that.
people walk
Yeah,
around
yeah,
and they put
yeah.
down your thumb, and then
Thumbs
you
up,
have to
7
figure
Up.
out who did it. So you're like looking at people's shoes and stuff to try to figure out who the person is.
Aw.
Okay, so that's a thumbs up. In
That was a
fact,
classroom game.
here in the studio, we have 7 Up cake.
Who brought
Right over
that
there.
in? And who brought that in? Tell the truth, and this shall set you free.
Actually, you brought it in. You asked who brought it in. You brought it in.
You gave me bags
shame
to bring
the devil.
in.
That's
You
right.
gave me bags
the
to
truth
bring in.
shall set you free. You brought it in.
Who bought it? Who purchased it? Who?
The radio station. The radio
Who was the
station paid
individual
for it.
that went to the store and made that selection? Who was the sole person officially walked in, picked it up, took it to the register, whether they rung it up themselves or gave it to a cashier, had it scanned, and then pulled out the money that the radio station gave that? Who was that individual? Don't we all want to know?
I'm not sure.
Silence says.
It wasn't me.
Silence says, oh, but you have all the answers, though.
I do have all the answers.
But you ain't got that answer?
Oh, I can do an investigative study and I can pull the footage from
you want
Walmart
me
or
to help
someplace
you?
or whatever. No, I'm good.
Why? Because you know
I don't
I
want to
know?
know. I don't want to know,
You
so
know,
I'm good.
Were you roofied when you went to the store and you bought this said 7-Up cake?
The said 7-Up cake that I have not eaten or partaken in.
But you purchased.
The radio station purchased it.
So, for our viewers, not only am I co-host to the Profit and Growth Hour, but I'm also his trainer. So that is why you have been brought in on the 7-Up cake conversation.
But I haven't consumed any of it.
But you buy
Therefore, it
things
does not affect me.
that tempt
I'm
you.
trying to help your clientele. Because then everybody else eats it, they blow up, and now you get another client. See, I'm trying to help you out, girl. Trying to make everybody else fat for you.
Wow.
So that you can increase your pockets. That's what I'm here for. I'm supporting you. Driving traffic to you.
You know
Creating
what?
clientele so that your dreams and your passions can come to fruition. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I ever do. Try to help other people. Try to help them.
Wow.
They call
You
me
sabotage.
the dream catcher. I catch dreams.
The sabotager.
And I turn them into realities. So make sure that you give the radio station a call at 877-342-7770. Dr. Business has a dream for you.
And apparently you're going to get fat living it out. But come see me, because I've got a plan for you.
Exactly. See? So we tag team.
Teamwork make the dream
Exactly.
work.
That's what I'm talking about. Shoot, I bring them in, plump them up, pass them to you, get them skinny, pass them back around, I plump them up, pass them back to you. See? It's residual income.
I don't like repeat offenders. I like to know that what I do was successful one time. One time.
But it's just like crack. All you gotta do is just give them a taste.
Right.
And then they start licking their lips, and before you know it, patty pies for everybody.
I actually have a fitness client where we meet once a week, and I typically don't do once a week because you don't get results that way.
Right.
But she literally pays me extra to text her something to keep her from eating candy every day.
Really?
Every day. She's like, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm like, you go to work before I even get up. She's like, well, just send me a text. And when I send her a text, she doesn't. So she reports back to me at the end of the day. It's most people
Accountability.
most people have accountability because they're seeing me more than once a week. But because of her schedule and her son's schedule, she can't. But she is in such demand for the assistance that, I wasn't going to be like, oh, well, you can only do once a week. So no. But it requires a greater level of accountability because it'll be 7 days before I see her again. So I have to be in her ear. And we're hoping, I told her we'll do it for a month. And then we'll see. Like, at some point in time, I shouldn't tell you not to eat candy. You should just automatically know. But
so, like on my desk, there's a bowl of candy, but I don't eat not one piece of that candy.
Because you don't like any. I seen that. That's your grandma's candy.
How's it grandma's candy? I guess
nobody eats butterscotch and them little.
It's a variety.
Peppermint.
They got peppermint candy. They got the
all
butterscotch.
grandma,
they get
all
the
grandma,
cherry.
all
and
grandma candy. Open any grandmother's
buy it,
purse.
so I don't know.
I know. Somebody grandma bought it. They actually didn't buy it. They pulled it out of a vase at Big Mama house. Big Mama said, "Get you some candies, baby." And they was like,
It's from Halloween 3 years ago.
That's some 1980 candy. You remember them big peppermints? They used to have them, and the real big candy canes. I remember my great grandmother. I love her so much. She'd be like, "Baby, you want some candy?" We was like, "Yeah, of course." She reached in her purse and she said, "Here you go." We be like,
So she bit off the candy, slobbered on it, and then wanted to put it in your mouth.
yeah.
Wow.
And it was different, and I understood because I saw her with my siblings. It's fine when they're like 1 or 2 or 3 or something like that. I'm a teenager at this point. I'm like, it don't work the same. It doesn't have the same impact. Little kids are like, okay. I'm like, oh. No, Grandma.
She just trying out her new dentures. Make sure they were sturdy.
Oh, let me tell you, that lady had her teeth.
Really?
She has
Her
some
real teeth? Okay.
She has some teeth. I don't know how she kept them long as she did, but she kept them. She passed away. She was about 97. At that point, then she had some help with her teeth.
At 97, yeah.
Yeah, but when I was
Didn't
a teenager,
Abraham
she was
Lincoln or
still
somebody
biting.
have wooden teeth?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that says.
Because that's what they had back then, wooden teeth versus the, I don't know, the poly, whatever they use nowadays for teeth.
Porcelain
And whatnot.
veneers.
So they used wood back then, and that was like big money. If you had wood teeth, you were like the man type thing. It's like
Lord.
everybody wanted you.
You get a splinter in your
They
gums.
probably treat the wood, put some shellac on it or something.
They ain't about shellacking back then.
That nail polish, that clear nail
They didn't have-
polish.
we talking.
Put that on your teeth.
If it was so old that they actually had wooden teeth, I promise they did not have nail polish or polyurethane or anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they had to chew gingerly, I guess. Well, I guess having wooden teeth is better than having no teeth. Depending
Mash your food
upon
up.
the sex. Anyway.
Listeners, go to the dentist regularly. Make sure you have healthy gums and teeth. We started off talking about confetti and not finishing anything, and we ended up on wooden teeth.
And not finishing anything.
This is what I'm talking about.
The epitome. See, we have shared for you the example of how so many distractions
Can't come and
through your life that derail you
Instantaneously.
from your destined end.
Absolutely.
So take the pain and the shame of the Profit and Growth Hour.
Absolutely.
And do better. Be better. Stay on one topic, one subject. Start a thing, finish a thing.
Finish it.
Stop going down these different rabbit trails and then wind up and you don't know how you got there. And then, you butt naked with your legs open and you just don't know what happened.
Why?
Because they don't know what happened.
Again,
They got roofied.
No, sir.
What?
No, sir. Too much.
Oh, okay.
Again, a whole nother rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
A whole nother.
So things to do.
Stay
Make
on
sure
Turner Classic
that you
Network.
do
Stay off
step
Showbiz
1,
and Stars.
step 2, step 3, step 4, 5, and 6.
Be productive, not busy, is a difference.
Exactly.
You can be busy and have a lot of things going on. If you have a dream, you have a desire, write it all out. Write out, this is the big picture, and then work your way backwards.
Yes.
And then you can actually identify which comes first, your chickens or your eggs. So make sure that you prioritize, make sure that you complete it, and make sure that it's necessary. Make sure that it is actually relevant to what you are doing. And I've often been pulled to the side to ask for small jobs or to do other things, as long as it creates a big picture for what my actual focus is, health and wellness in all aspects, physical health, spiritual health, relational health, corporate health, financial health, as long as it leads back to that.
Is what we call freedom within the framework.
Absolutely.
So create that framework, create that vision, and then within that framework, there is freedom to be able to move and adjust and things of that nature. But as long as it stays within that framework,
Right.
then you're still fulfilling what it is you've been called to do.
Absolutely. And when you do that, you won't end up with confetti. Jack of all trades, master of none. You know,
But it's okay to be jack of all trades and master of some.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Just
It
not
is.
master of none.
Right. And like you said, still within that framework, I think people don't often sit and think about who they really want to be using the gifts that God has given them. Like, I know that I can sing, but God did not call me to be a singer. That is not my area of ministry. I do what I do on praise and worship. I'll lead every now and then, but I do not have a desire to have a CD or to sing in front of a crowd. Oh, I've sung the Star Spangled Banner at events before.
Really?
And I was good with that.
Maybe
but,
when we come back from break, you can
and that's
highlight
what
and
we're not going to
showcase.
do. And thank you.
Being that you brought it up, highlight and showcase here. How can people get in contact with you?
I am always available through Guns Total Wellness. That is GUNSTOTALWELLNESS.com. You can also reach me at 980-239-7819. I am here to provide you support in not only your health and wellness, but also business consulting and success coaching.
You're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community.
Yay.
Rabbit hole chaser.